if they can get by the leaks in the roof. Prior to the game, they had buckets out on the ice. The roof is leaking. It's like my back porch, I guess.
Well, the singing of our national anthem, we're about set to go here.
And that was a live rendition. A young lady across the way, lovely voice, and an excellent rendition of our national anthem.
Massena Reds,
when they let that ice surface in, four can easily upset the apple cart as well as the favorite. So
Alex Kurilovich in the center spot. He's a blue chipper for this team from Oswego. Jason Bauer, Dave Moore on the wing. We're underway. Chris Cameron backhands it inside the Oswego zone. Flipped ahead on defense by Tom Master. He tries to move it up along the boards. He gets it to Bauer. Bauer doesn't clear the zone. It comes in front, and it bounces into the corner. Chris Cameron dumps it. After it, Jake Morris. He gets bodied out of the play, and finally he's picked up by Kurilovich. He has it knocked away. Here's an opportunity for Cameron, but it bounces into the corner away from him. Now it comes to Morris. Back to the point. Jason Labarge gets a shot deflected. Ooh, in front. Here's Jake Morris. His shot right on. The save made by Carney, and the puck goes in behind the net. Jake with it. Goes back to Barkley at the point. His shot off the leg into the corner, right side of the goalie. In behind the net is Jake Morris. Morris trying to go to Bergeron. It pokes away from him. Picked up there by Tom Master. Master moves it ahead and dumps it to center ice. Barkley is there at the red line from Massena off the boards, and Massena will make a change. In the zone, Master after it. Big defenseman for Oswego. He's ridden into the boards there by the Raiders. Bobby Whitcup after it in the corner. Whitcup gets jammed by Master into the boards. The puck squirts free to the blue line and out to center ice. Jason Labarge trying to control it. It comes in the zone. In the corner, in behind the net. Pokes right in front. Levac is there to flip it ahead. It goes off the stick of Cronell and bounces side of the net. Levac headman. Jason Chilton busts down the middle. Has it knocked away. Back to the Massena line. Picked up by Whitcup. He dumps it in the Oswego zone. Stopped side of the net by goaltender Carney. Oswego defense trying to clear it. Bounces all the way back to center ice Todd Collins. Collins, bounce pass into the Oswego zone. Cleared back to the Massena zone, and Collins is there. Here's Collins to Levac. Levac moving it up the left sideboard. Trying to poke it ahead, knocked away. Has to come back for it. Goes to Collins. They'll try to right side. Headman pass. Trying to go to Trevor Cameron. Here comes Cameron in the zone. Gets knocked off the puck. Looks to feed it through. It's knocked away. Back to the blue line. Collins keeps it in. Flips it in the corner. Goes off a stick. Back to the blue line. Adam Morris slides it in the corner. Now Morris trying to chase it down. Takes it in front of the net. Has it knocked away. And the puck bounces up into the corner again. Cameron throws a check, but it bounces out to center ice. Here comes Vashaw trying to slide through. It's knocked off his stick. Into the corner behind the net is Kellison. He drops it for Collins. Collins bounces it to Brian Levac. Levac bounce pass up along the boards. Doesn't quite clear the zone. Now it slides out to center ice. Jamming for it there is Adam Morris. He kicks it ahead to Levac, and he starts out. Here's Levac. Headman to Freddie Kellison gets by him back in the Oswego zone, and Massena's going to make a line change, get that first unit back out there. Here come the Buccaneers into the Massena zone. Behind the net is Aldis. Rides it around the boards for Chris Cameron. Cameron flips it out to center ice. Bergeron breaking. Can he catch it? He can't catch it. It's at the Oswego line. They clear it out to center ice. Aldis is there to dump it off a leg into the corner. Right side of goaltender Carney. In the Oswego zone, Bergeron jamming for it. It bounces in behind the net. Controlled by the Oswego defense. Poked away. Coming back after it there is Dan Dorsey. Dorsey trying to move it out to center ice. It bounces by everybody back to the Massena blue line. Aaron Barkley is there. Barkley flip ahead to Cameron to Jake. Jake takes it across. Right side. Centering pass. Bergeron knocked away and dumped down the ice by Oswego, but it's going to come in on Hayes, so no icing will be called. Hayes steers it into the corner. It's stolen away by Kurilovich. Centers it right in front. Save Hayes. The rebound. Knocked away and iced by Massena. And a big save there by Hayes and Massena line for Massena. Face off Massena zone left side of Hayes. Levac out there playing the point, along with Jason Labarge. Off the face-off to the blue line. Here's a drive from the point, knocked down in front. Levac clears it to the circle. Whitcup pokes at it, gets it out to center ice. Chilton trying to come up with it. Whitcup will follow. Bobby takes the puck now along the left sideboard. Kurilovich takes him out of the play. The puck bounces free back to the Massena line. Breaking in there is Guido. His shot. Save made Hayes. Or that was Bauer, excuse me. And back out it comes to center ice. Bobby Whitcup going one-on-one. Here's Whitcup. He gets hauled down. There's going to be a penalty on Oswego. Massena controls, but the whistle blows. And there will be a Massena power play as Bobby Whitcup just got hauled down from behind.
And just prior to that, Todd Hayes made an outstanding save on Jason Bauer, who stepped right between a great burst of speed by Bauer. He split the Raider defenseman right at center ice, and he came in alone on Todd Hayes. And Todd just stood tall, came out, cut the angle, and made Bauer make the first move. And Bauer elected to shoot, and it took Todd high on the right shoulder and just rolled over the top of the bar. But a big save, two big saves by Todd Hayes, and the Raiders are on the power.
Bauer is the penalized player, probably for hooking or tripping.
He thought he had one chalked up on the board for Oswego. Great burst of speed. He just accelerated right by the Massena defense and was home free.
Off the faceoff, puck out to center ice. Massena on the power play. Aaron Barkley with it, flips it in behind the net. Picked up there by Brendan Lane. Lane has it poked away. Jake Morris back to the point. Aldis winds up his shot through traffic, and Carney makes the save coming way out of the net.
Way out is right. He was probably 15 feet out. In fact, Chris Cameron is whispering something into Chris Aldis' ear, probably saying, fake that shot. If that goaltender is going to be that aggressive, you just drop it right back down to me in the corner, and we've got an empty netter. Carney was 15 feet out and easily made the save.
Face off left side, Oswego zone. Off the draw, the puck goes in behind the net. Incidentally, a lot of room behind these nets. Bouncing in the corner, Chris Cameron back to Aldis at the left point. Aldis with it. Cross ice pass to Barkley. Barkley goes to the 45. Here's Morris to Cameron. Cameron, the shot. Oh, right across the goal mouth. Now Aldis keeps it into Bergeron. Bergeron centering pass, knocked down and dumped down the ice by the Lakers, by the Buccaneers. I keep wanting to call them the Lakers. The Lakers are the college team here.
Well, we'll call them the Lakers. Call them both. That makes it easier.
Off the face-off, or I should say off the dump. Here comes Chris Cameron in the corner. Setting it up, goes to Morris at the 45, left side of the goalie now. Moving it across, Aldis to Barkley. Barkley moving it around the horn. He's going to wind up. His shot goes wide. Back to the other point. Aldis flips it in the corner for Chris Cameron. Cameron in behind the net now. Cameron goes to Jake at the 45. 20 seconds left in the power play. Here's Jake trying to get it back from Cameron, but it bounces by him and out to center ice. And Aldis will have to regroup. He drops it to Barkley. Barkley, head man for Bergeron. Bergeron takes it in the zone. And we have an offsides on Massena as Chris Cameron ahead of the play. The Raiders will make a change now as that unit out for almost the entire power play.
Excellent job by number 3, Larry Erskine, and number 5, Anthony Ciappa for the Buccaneers. Very disciplined box in their own end, and Massena using that Clarkson overload on their power play. They started the year with the umbrella, but not too far into the season, they shift back to that overload.
Trevor Cameron's line out now as the puck just goes inside the Oswego zone, but they dump it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against the Lakers. No, they wave it off. And it's picked up by Todd Collins. Hits Morris on the wing, can't clear the zone. It comes back to Levac. Bryan steps ahead for Trevor Cameron. Here comes Cameron right down the middle, trying to drop to Morris. Morris steps by a check, slides it through, gets it knocked off his stick, then comes up with it right on the shot, the rebound. Cameron gets a piece of it. Now Kellison, and is covered up by Carney. And a good opportunity for the Raiders right there, and a couple of good saves by Carney.
A couple of good saves is right, through traffic. Adam Morris got off a little backhander, didn't have a lot on it, but it was through traffic, and Carney gave up a rebound, and Freddie Kellison parked right off the crease, wasn't able to get the stick on it, but a near miss by the Raiders. And that line, again, is the key. One of the keys, Trevor Cameron, Freddie Kellison, Adam Morris. I think one of the things that line has to do tonight, Jerry, that they didn't do last Saturday, is shoot the puck. They've got to, sometimes they try to get in there too fine. They've got to shoot that puck, hope for deflections and tip-ins.
Chilton's line out now against the Crennel line. Chilton wins the draw, back to Labarge at the point. His shot, and it's knocked down. Whitcup was trying to deflect it in front, but he couldn't get to it. And now the Oswego moves it out to center ice. Here's Bashaw, centering pass. They knock it down in front, and it's bounced over the corner. Picked up side of the net. Poke checked away by Barkley. It comes in front and is cleared in behind by Jason Labarge. Nice play by Labarge. Comes to Eddie Davis on the wing. Davis, bounce pass ahead to Chilton. Here comes Chilton down the right wing side. Centering pass right. Whitcup deflects it in. Bobby Whitcup scores Massena's first goal on a beautiful pass by Jason Chilton. Whitcup deflected it in. One hand on the stick. Massena goes up 1-0.
That's right, Jerry. A great play by not only Bobby Whitcup, but a great play by Jason Chilton. The Raiders down at this end, a near miss. That line of Bashaw, Guido, and Cornell almost popped one, and they're a tough line. The Raiders took it the other way. It created a 2-on-1, and it didn't look like Jason Chilton was going to be able to catch up with it. He was on the right side. He broke down that right side, caught the puck, and threw it across to Bobby Whitcup, who was all alone in front, and he just reached out and one-handed it by Ed Carney. Just an outstanding goal by Bobby Whitcup, and a great play by Jason Chilton.
Jake Morris's line out for Massena now. And there was a nice pass that originated it as well, and I'm trying to remember who did it back in the Massena zone.
Well, we'll pick it up. It's going to be Eddie Davis. He got the other assist.
That's who it was. Okay, puck picked up in the Massena zone. Lakers go back to the point with it. Move it around. Massena running around a little bit. Here's a shot. Hayes makes the save. Bounces in the slot, and it's cleared by Jake Morris. Looking to hit Cameron, busting down the wing. Here comes Cameron in after it in the corner. Big Chris Cameron with a puck now. In behind the net, gets knocked down, gets back up again, tries to center it, but it goes all the way down the ice. And it's stopped by Hayes. Todd's going to clear it to Aldis. Here's Aldis. He's got Dave Moore going in on him, but he moves it up along the boards out to center ice. Cameron goes for Bergeron. Bergeron takes it in the zone, falls down, tries to flip it through. It comes to Cameron. Cameron goes to Bergeron again. Left side of the goal, right side of the goalie in the corner. Bergeron looks to set up, goes to Jake in front. His shot, the save, the rebound. Morris comes up with a rebound right in front. They jam, and it goes into the corner off a leg. Hard for us to tell exactly what's happening. Back to the point. Here's Labarge's shot, the save made by Carney, way out of his net. In the corner, Labarge now keeps it in at the point, trying to flip it through, but it comes out to center ice. They jam for it right along the boards, picked up by Kurlovich. Kurlovich takes it across the zone, gets a shot off, save made by Hayes, and he holds on for the face-off.
One thing that we can tell right from, at least in this first period, Jerry, the Oswego club coming right at Massena with all three of their forecheckers down low, and they've created some problems, and Todd Hayes has been equal to the task. But the other side of that is that if you get caught with three guys down low, you're susceptible to going the other way, and the Raiders have had a couple of 2-on-1s and some good 3-on-2s going the other way. So if Massena can make that quick breakout, the defense move that puck in a hurry, they can catch Oswego on some 3-2s, 2-1s.
Massena leads it 1-0 on the Pete scoreboard. Puck comes right in front, but it's picked up by Barkley. Bounce pass to Kellison out to center ice, gets away from him. Dump back in the zone, picked up by Trevor Cameron. Here's Cameron, feeding it to Kellison. Kellison goes back to Cameron, goes off a leg, comes to Barkley. Here's Barkley now, stick handling to the red line. He gets checked, picked up there by Kellison. He flips it on the backhand in the zone. Back after it there is Neil Pecor, the defenseman for Oswego. Rounds the boards for Guido. Guido moves it out to center ice. Todd Collins is there to flip it back ahead. Cameron kind of overskates. It goes back in the Massena zone to Todd Collins. Here's Collins with it, moving it. He dumps from the red line inside the zone. Pecor after it there. Pecor loses to Morris. It goes around the boards and all the way back into the Massena zone again, as it is a lot of mustard on that. Barkley gets knocked down. The puck comes free. There's a penalty and a holding call against Oswego. That's going to be Dave Bashaw, and was it a holding?
Well, I think he's going to call him either hold or a trip. He did take the skates out from under. I think the Massena crowd helped to call that penalty, but Bashaw is going to get the gate. Aaron Barkley came back to pick up the puck in the corner, and Bashaw was right on his heels, and he reached in with the stick and took the skates out from under him, so it was a borderline call, but a break for the Raiders. We've got 6:17 left in this first period. Massena up 1-0, and that's a score for Jake and Walter.
Jake Morris out there with Bergeron and Cameron on the power play. Barkley will play 1 point along with Aldis. Kurlovich is out to try to kill it off. And also Erskine is out there. And we'll pick up the others when we can. That's going to be Brendan Lane for one, and the other defenseman. Here comes Jake across the blue line, setting up the power play. Takes it in on the left side. He gets knocked down by Master, who's the other defenseman. The puck comes in behind, and Bergeron picks it up, flips it back on the other side. Master will go after it there, and backhanded, doesn't get it out. Kept in, knocked down, and down the ice it goes, as Oswego clears it all the way back in the Massena zone. Hayes flips it, Kurlovich steals it, flips it in front. Here's a shot, knocked down by Aldis. The puck cleared around the boards. Comes back to the blue line. Chris Cameron picking it up. Here comes Cameron. Kurlovich takes it away. Comes back out to center ice. Off a stick to Jake. Jake overskates it, and the puck is dumped, and Cameron picks it up at his blue line. Here comes Chris Cameron now. circling. Goes to Chilton, who's out there from Massena. Chilton takes it across the line. Chilton in the corner now, back to the point. Levac. He flips it to Cameron in the corner. Cameron takes it behind the net. He runs into some traffic. The puck goes to the side of the net. After it, there's Bobby Whitcup. The puck cleared down the ice by Oswego with just 14 seconds left in the power play. Back after Brian Levac from Massena. Raiders lead it 1-0 on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Under 5 minutes to play in the period. Jason Chilton, as the puck poked away from him, back in the Massena zone. That'll take care of the power play. We're back to even Steven. Here's Brian Levac with it. Levac on the wing. Jason Labarge. Labarge headman to Chili. Chili flips it to Whitcup. Whitcup trying to backhand it to Morris. It's knocked off his stick, goes into the corner. After it there is the defenseman Pollard. Pollard in behind the net now, bangs it off the boards to the blue line and just manages to get it out to center ice. Chilton is there to pick it up. Move it ahead. Has it knocked away. Comes to the Massena line. Brian Levac. Levac, he's got Eddie Davis. Davis ahead to Chili. Chili takes it across. Trying to drop it. Nobody there from Massena. Massena on a line change. And here comes Oswego in the zone. Here's the drive. And it's in the corner. As misfiring on the shot was Oswego. Puck cleared back to the blue line and out to center ice. Adam Morris gets a piece of it. Now pokes it by the defenseman. In the corner. Adam Morris with it. Takes it in behind. Steps in front. Backhand score! Adam Morris! What a backhand shot that was.
Adam Morris coming off the bench on a line change. The puck came out of the neutral zone, and Adam Morris jumped on the ice, picked the puck up, and went down the left side. The rest of the Raiders continue to change, so it was a one-on-4. There were 4 white shirts. Adam Morris went down the left side, beat the defenseman deep in the corner, and walked right out in front of Carney, and he backhanded one to the far side to beat Ed Carney on the glove side. What a great move by Adam Morris.
So Morris makes it 2-0 for Massena. And the Raiders again had a problem in their own end. That's how it started. But when they broke out again, Oswego gets caught up occasionally. And that time Adam Morris went down. They thought they had him forced wide, but he cut back in front. There's a lot of room behind the nets. And what a backhand that was, huh?
1 against 4. 1 red shirt against 4 white shirts. And Adam Morris did the job.
Off the faceoff, Barkley flipping on the wing to Kellison. Massena leads 2-0 on the Peach scoreboard. Kellison dumps it in the corner. Been there to pick it up is Tommy Master, the defenseman for Oswego. Rounds the board, picked up there by Jason Bauer. Bauer moves it to center ice, comes by everybody back in the Massena zone. Racing for it there is Moore and Barkley. The puck kicks free, picked up side of the net there. Around the corner, it's Dorsey. Dorsey loses it to Kellison. Kellison, headman to Trevor Cameron. Kellison follows up and flips it in the Oswego zone. 3:14 left, first period. Raiders lead it 1-0, or 2-0, make that. Now it's Todd Collins with it, has it knocked away. The puck comes to the blue line, hits the official, Kellison. Trying to move it ahead to Chilton. Is Massena on a change here? Here's Barkley at his own blue line. Headman pass, Chili just deflects it in the corner. Oswego zone, racing back after it is Neil Pecor. Chili takes him into the boards. The puck kicks free, picked up by Tom Master. Master flips it all the way down the ice. It's going to come right in on Todd Hayes, and he's going to steer it in the corner for Jason Labarge. Here's Labarge on the wing. Eddie Davis bounces it to Chili. Chili moves it ahead for Whitcup. It gets behind him, and the Buccaneers move it back the other way to the Massena line, and we have an offsides called on Oswego.
One thing this Oswego club really exhibits is a lot of speed up front, Jerry. Those lines, that line of Kurlovich, Moore, and Bauer, along with Cronell, Vashaw, and Guido, can really fly. And if you let them gain the zone, they come at you with really flying, and have put a lot of pressure early on this Raider defense. But Todd Hayes has been equal to the task.
Jake Morris out there now to face off against Kurilovich. It comes to Kurilovich at his own blue line. He's going to drop it on the defense to Jeff Pollard. Pollard moves it to the Massena line. Picked up there by the Raiders, Brian Levac. Off the glass, out to center ice, trying to get it to Chris Cameron. Now following up is Levac. Cameron takes it out of the pack and circles. Now he starts. Here's Cameron. Flips ahead to Jake. Jake takes it across. Morris setting up at the blue line now. Passes it across to Labarge. His shot is wide. The bouncing puck comes side of the net. And Cameron trying to come up with it gets tripped up. The puck comes in behind Cameron. Steps out of the circle. Takes it in front. Cameron gets a shot off. And I think the goalie got a save on it, Carney. And the puck is dumped down the ice by Oswego. But I don't believe it's going to go far enough for icing. No, it doesn't. As Jason Labarge gets back to pick it up. Here comes Labarge, flips it ahead. And Massena's Cameron just got railed that time, and he gets up slowly. The whistle blows, or did the whistle blow? Apparently not. Looked like the official was going to blow the whistle. Here comes Oswego moving into the zone. Ciappa has it knocked away by Adam Morris. Morris busting down the wing. He gets railed into the boards and gets up again. Has it knocked away, though, and the puck dumped out to center ice. Here's Trevor Cameron. Has to wait for Adam to get on sides. Drops it back into the Massena zone. Here comes Jason Labarge. Labarge, the head man, bounces off a stick of Master in the zone. Cameron, shot, score! Trevor Cameron beat the goalie high to the glove side, and Massena goes up 3-0.
An innocent-looking play that probably from 40 feet out, Trevor Cameron ripped one, and he caught Ed Carney sitting back on his heels, and just mesmerized him. The Raiders just wanted to change. Trevor Cameron gained the zone, and he had two white shirts on him. He just ripped a wrist shot from, I'd say, 40 feet out to the right of Ed Carney. It went up over the left shoulder, got Carney really sitting back on his heels. And the Raiders are up 3-0 with 1:10 left in the third period.
First period. Off the face-off, the puck comes to Collins in the Massena zone, and I think we got it controlling with a high stick call. Whoops. Collins tried to flip the puck to the official, but that was a little bit too much mustard. That was against Oswego, so the face-off will move outside the Massena zone. 1:03 left, first period on the Peach Jewelers scoreboard. Raiders lead it 3-0.
Jerry, that third goal coming at the 13:39 mark. Trevor Cameron, his 20th of the year, and Freddie Kellison picking up the assist. But Ed Carney's got to really feel bad about that one because he was sitting back in the crease and just was mesmerized by that shot.
Chilton will take the face-off now against Dorsey. Off the face, puck coming to the Massena zone. Collins picks it up, drops it over to Aldis. Aldis moves it ahead to Whitcup. Whitcup hammers it in the zone. Bouncing back to the blue line, comes to Aldis again. He dumps it in the zone. Around the boards it comes. Poke checked away by Eddie Davis to the blue line. Collins wipes at it, goes right in front. Guido, oh boy. Carney almost misplayed that. And the puck bounces back to the slot, knocked down in front. It comes to Davis. He gets knocked down in turn, and the Buccaneers move it out to center ice. Now the puck along the boards, Eddie Davis. Davis has it knocked away. Bounces. Comes to Chilton. Chilton flips it ahead off Whitcup's stick in the zone with 20 seconds left. In behind the net, Brendan Lane. Lane flips it around the boards. Out to center ice. Collins is there. He waits, dumps. In the zone. That's going to be an icing call. That was not a smart move by Collins, as he was about 3 feet on this side of the red line, and he dumped it in the zone. So with 9 seconds left, the face-off will be in the Massena zone, and Kurlovich will be out there, you can bet.
You bet. And Todd had no one around him. All he had to do was take one stride, and he would have been over the red line. But you don't want to give up a face-off in your own end with 9 seconds, especially you've got 3 goals, blitzkrieg them right here in this first period. Let's not give him an opportunity to get one back here late on. But let's see. Big face-off, and Jake Morris is going to take the draw. And you mentioned Kurlovich is out there. Is it Kurlovich? No, it's 16.
It's going to be Dave Moore taking the draw. They got Kurlovich at the point. Puck in the circle. Bounces to the blue line. Here's the drive. Knocked down. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Here's a shot knocked down again, and that'll take care of the period right there. And the Massena Red Raiders came out strong in this first period, although they gave Oswego a couple of chances. Todd Hayes stood tall between the pipes, made the saves.
On him right at center ice.
Kurlovich's line will be out there, I believe. No, wait a minute here. Bauer's out there, and I see Moore. No, they're going to another wing on this. They've got Cronell on the wing on this line. Off the faceoff, here's Cameron after it. Inside the Oswego zone, is cleared back out to center ice. Jason Labarge dumps it in the corner, but Massena will have to clear. Picked up there by Brendan Lane, that big defenseman you were talking about. He moves it, doesn't get it out. Kept in, gets it back again. Here's Lane moving it ahead. They got a man breaking, and they dump it down the ice. That'll be an icing call. No, they wave it off for some reason, and the puck cleared to the center, picked up by Jake Morris. Here's Morris in behind his own net now, looking to move it out of the zone. Flips it ahead, has it knocked down back the other way. The Lakers move it in the zone. That's Dave Moore. Moore trying to center. Jake steals the pass. Here's Jake bouncing it ahead for Bergeron. Bergeron moves it out to center ice, picked up there by Brendan Lane back in the Massena zone. Bounces in to Bauer. Bauer takes it right side of the net. He gets knocked off the puck by Jason Labarge. Jake Morris trying to pick it up. Moore takes him into the corner. The puck bounces high slot. Here's a backhander. Did Todd Hayes get a piece of that? I think he did. Nice save. Puck comes out to center ice. Bounces off a defenseman's stick, and Massena's going to make a line change as Lane comes back in after it. We're in the second period. Raiders lead it on the Corky scoreboard. The puck almost stolen away by Whitcup. It comes around the boards to Kurlovich. Kurlovich out to center ice, taken away from him by Eddie Davis. Eddie Davis circling, flips it ahead to Jason Chilton. Chilton flipping Whitcup. Whitcup moves it into the corner, dumps. In behind the net is Lane again. Lane rides the boards to the blue line out to center ice. Eddie Davis is there. Here's Davis trying to backhand it to Jason Chilton. Chilton moves it ahead along the boards. It's knocked down. Comes to the Massena line. Todd Collins. Collins flips it out to center ice. Picked up there by Pollard. Here's Pollard stick handling his shot. No, he fakes it. Now he slides it. Hayes makes a save. Leaves it in front. It's bouncing into the corner. Picked up there by Levac. Bryant's headman doesn't clear the zone. Into the corner it goes. Eddie Davis back checking, picks it up. Davis wraps it around the boards. And it bounces out to center ice. Picked up there by Tommy Master. Master drops over on the other side for Dave Dottie. Dottie's headman pass in the zone. Here comes Bashaw. Bashaw takes it in behind the net. Bashaw in the corner. Chilton throws it back to the point. Here's Master. Master tries to tee it up, and he lost it in his skate. He flips it in the corner. Brian Levac knocks it ahead. It comes to Eddie Davis. Here's Davis flipping to Chilton. Chilton across, drop pass to Bobby Whitcup. Whitcup trying to drop it to Davis. Davis gets a piece of it over to Chilton at the blue line. Jason with the puck, looking to move it. He just dumps it in the corner as Massena wants a line change. Around the boards it comes. Dave Bashaw. Bashaw flips it to center ice. Picked up there by Adam Morris. Morris steps by one. Here comes Morris across the blue line, takes it in front, poke checked away, the rebound right in front. And Trevor Cameron got the shot, and a nice save by Carney after a great move by Adam Morris. Back the other way comes. Here's a shot in behind the net in the Massena zone. After it is Bashaw. He bounces it to the blue line. It's stolen away by Trevor Cameron. Here comes Cameron trying to split the defense. He is checked out of the play nicely by, let's see here, Dave Dottie. And the puck moved down the ice again to the Massena line. Picked up by Erskine. Erskine's shot deflected up into the netting. And in fact, I think it made it over the netting into the fans. And with 11:40 left in the second period, Massena continues to lead it 3-0 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
You mentioned the great move by Adam Morris right down in front of us, and the move, the defenseman he put the move on was number 11, Tom Master, who is the premier defenseman. He's only a sophomore, but he's the premier defenseman in this division, and Coach Pete Sears feels that he is, no question, he's Division I material, and Adam Morris turned him inside out.
Face-off. Dan Dorsey will draw against Jake Morris. No, I take that back. It's going to be Siapa taking the face-off against Morris. Back to the point. Here's the shot. It's blocked to the blue line. Out to center ice is Bergeron. Bergeron comes in one-on-one, drops it off. Here's Chris Cameron right in front. The shot and a big save. A big save made by Ed Carney. Cameron was a little bit deep, and he tried to get a backhander off and couldn't put any lift on it. But what a great play by Bergeron to block that shot and break out on the left side.
Super play by Sebastian Bergeron. He busted down that left side, and he froze the defenseman, number 13, Neil Pecor, and put a pass across. Chris Cameron trying as best as he could to catch up with the play. Got it on the backhand. Wanted to come around the forehand, but just ran out of room. And Carney had to make a good save. It wasn't a hard shot on Chris Cameron's backhand, but it was dangerous. And Ed Carney, that'll bolster his confidence.
Face-off left side, inside Oswego zone. Off the draw, Bergeron back to the point. Labarge flips it through, the save, and it's knocked down, picked up by Pecor. And again, Carney way out of the net to make that save. Look, it reminds me a lot of Pat O'Neill, the Plattsburgh goaltender. Here's the puck, bouncing off Jake Morris' skate, comes back in the Oswego zone, kept in there. Here comes the shot, just wide, taken by Bergeron. Now Cameron tries to flip to Bergeron. He waves at it, couldn't get the shot off. It comes to Morris, high slot. Jake shot, oh, hit the goal post. Just wide. It was deflected by the defenseman. To the blue line, it just gets out to center ice. Brian Levac is there. Flips it to Labarge. He just dumps it right in the Oswego zone. Into the corner it goes. Back after it there is Jeff Pollard. Pollard moves it, doesn't get it out. Kept in by Cameron. Cameron kind of overskates, and Pollard comes up with it. Here's Pollard back the other way. His shot, nice save by Hayes. That was a long-range shot, but he had the right direction. And Massena breaks back the other way. Here comes Jake in the zone. Stops, flips it in the corner for Cameron. It goes by him in behind the net. Picked up by Brendan Lane, stolen by Eddie Davis. Davis gets knocked off the puck. Krilovich picks it up. Bounce pass out to center ice. Here comes Jason Guido. Guido in the zone, left side. Here's Guido in behind, looks to center it. Knocked away by Eddie Davis again. Davis is having a heck of a game. Doing a great job back checking. He moves it out to center ice. Here comes Jason Chilton, stepping by a check. Chilton goes after it in the corner. Here's Chilton, gets tied up, gets it free. Chilton still has it. Flips it back to the blue line. Here's Chilton picking up his own pass. Here's a shot from the blue line, just wide by Aldis. Puck around the boards, kept in at the point. Eddie Davis after it. Kurlovich comes back for it, flips it out to center ice. Comes into the Massena zone. There's a foot race for it. Bashaw in the corner comes up with it. Trying to center it. He's taken out of the play. Following up on the play is Guido. Guido taken out of the play. Aldis passes it to himself in the corner. Whitka comes back to help out. Here comes Bobby moving it out to center ice. And it comes to the Oswego line. They flip it back to the Massena line. In the zone, here's Kurlovich just dumping it in behind the net. Racing for it is Guido. Guido poke checked away by Whitka. Bobby lost his stick. Trevor Cameron coming back after it. He's going to ride it around the boards. Kept in at the point. Goes into the corner now, still in the Massena zone. After it is Collins. Todd Collins picks it up in behind the net. He's going to start out right side of the goalie. Bounce pass ahead to Davis, too far. Picked up at the Oswego line by Master. Master clears the zone, but Trevor Cameron steals it away. Flips it ahead. Here comes Kellison. Kellison taken out of the play, and the puck bounces into the corner. After Cameron throws a check, the puck comes free. Cameron in behind the net throws another check, but picking it up is Brendan Lane. Lane loses it side of the net. Adam Morris bounces it in behind. Picked up there by Tommy Master. Around the boards, kept in by Aldis at the point. Apparently did keep it in. Looked like it went out. Now Adam Morris throws a check, but it's cleared to the Massena blue line. Jason Labarge bounces it ahead for Cameron. I think he broke his stick. Yeah, that's what happened. So Cameron doesn't have a stick, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Into the zone. Here comes Crenell. His shot, and the save made by Hayes. Puck goes side of the net, picked up by Jason Labarge. Labarge moves it on the wing for Morris. Morris headman pass for brother Jake. Here comes Jake across the blue line. Goes off the broken stick in the corner. Jake stays with it. He's ridden out of the play. The puck picked up by Dave Dottie. Dottie comes out from the right side. We've had a long string of action here. Has it poke checked away into the Massena zone. Aaron Barkley. Barkley bounces it off the boards out to center ice, and Jake Morris back the other way. Massena still leads 3-0. Here's Morris in the corner. Gets tied up, stays with it. Morris still has it. Now Cameron in behind the net. Cameron gets tied up, comes out of the pack, has it to Bergeron. Here's Bergeron, the wraparound, hits the side of the net with it. Now Bergeron goes after it in behind. It comes to Cameron. Cameron ridden into the boards. Cameron comes out in front to Morris. He fired it wide. Comes to Bergeron, to Morris again. He can't get the shot off, and Oswego's going to dump it to center ice. Now racing for it is Bauer. Bauer and Labarge. Labarge comes up with the puck. Flips it ahead to Cameron. Cameron, headman, Bergeron. Bergeron has it knocked away. It bounces free, comes to Chili. Chili takes it across, and offsides will be the call. And we're down to 7:10 left in the second period. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Raiders continue to lead it 3-0. And what action!
What action. And in that long scenario, Jerry, two great saves by Todd Hayes. And they were both long. The first one off of Jason Bauer, and the second one was off of Jim Crenell. Probably 60, 65-footers, but they were screamers, and Todd Hayes had to make two great pad saves on those two shots.
Off the face-off, puck back in the Oswego zone. Back in after it is Pecor. Pecor around the boards. Now Chilton comes in, trying to check it ahead, but Kurlovich comes back up with it. Here comes Alex Kurlovich. Has it poke checked away by Whitka. Has to come back for it. Now he flips it out to center ice. Into the zone comes Guido. Stops at the blue line. Flipping it, Kurlovich. He gets the shot off. Hayes makes a sprawling save. The puck comes in behind. Into the corner. Bouncing to Chilton. Chilton has it knocked away. Gets it back again. Knocked down in front by Whitka. Whitka moves it out to center ice. Goes off a leg. Back to the Oswego line. 6.5 left to play second period. Still 3-0 Massena. Out to center ice. Stolen away by Chilton. Chilton bounces it ahead. Picked up there by Pecor. He's going to shoot it from center ice. And Hayes sticks it up into the net. And we'll have a face-off inside Massena zone. 6:17 left second period. Raiders continue to lead at 3-0.
Another great save by Todd Hayes. This one off of Jason Guido. The Lakers gained the zone, or the Buccaneers. You've got me calling them that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Gained the zone and a beautiful pass in the slot area, and Jason Guido didn't waste any time from about 35 feet out. He really cranked one, and Todd Hayes was equal to the task. And These Oswego club, they're coming right at the Raiders. No quit in them. They're really flying out there.
Face off right side. Trevor Cameron off the draw. Comes to Barkley. Side of the net, has it poked away. Now it bounces it ahead to Kellison. Kellison moves it to Trevor Cameron. Here comes Cameron. Drop pass to Kellison. Freddie, right in front, has it knocked down. Gets up again. Gets knocked down again. The puck poked away and is picked up there by Dan Dorsey. Dorsey almost lost it in front of his own net, but he moves it ahead to center ice to the Massena line. Barkley backhands it back out to center ice. Stolen away momentarily by Adam Morris. Comes back to the Massena line. Barkley flips for Kellison. Freddie in on the right side. Winds up his shot right across the goal mouth. Bounces into the corner. Trevor Cameron throws a check. The puck comes free, bouncing in behind. Now it's up into the glass to the blue line. It bounces out to center ice as Barkley couldn't keep it in. And we got a whistle, and there's going to be a penalty on Oswego as it came behind the play, and Joey saw it. I didn't see it, and Oswego's going to, no,
it's going to be the Raiders. It's Adam Morris who's going to pick it up. You got the call right, Jerry. It is wholly behind the play. He put the clutch on the Oswego player. And that line, we don't want to be redundant, but Trevor Cameron, Freddie Kellison, and Adam Morris, when they're out there, they've caused, with their aggressiveness, their speed, fits for this Oswego club. Freddie Kellison's got to shoot that puck a little bit more. He's getting into that 20, 25-foot range. No one to pass to. He's got to drift that puck.
So Massena has to kill one here. This is their first penalty of the game.
It is Raiders' first penalty. There was only 2 in the first period, both Oswego, and this is the first one here in the second period.
Off the faceoff, Brian Levac backhands it out to center ice. Kurlovich is back to play the point on the power play, and he's got the puck. Flips it ahead, comes in the Massena zone. Here comes Tommy Master, centering right in front. The shot, big save. The puck sits in front. Where is it? It's underneath Todd Hayes. Oh, boy.
Again, a repeat performance of the same play that they worked before, gained the zone, and they sneaked that guy right down the slot area, and they found it, put it right on his stick, and number 16, I think it was Dave Moore who took the shot, and through traffic, Todd Hayes made the save. Didn't know where the rebound was. He knew it was someplace in the vicinity because everybody was trying to park in front of him, but somehow he was able to corral it and tuck it underneath him.
1:11 left in the power play, still 3-0 Massena. We're in the second period on the Corky scoreboard. 5:09 left in the second. Guido will take the face-off. Off the draw, the puck sits in the circle, goes to the side of the net, and bounces to the point. Here's a drive through traffic, knocked down. Goes into the corner now. Picked up there by Bauer. Trying to center, right across in front, the slot, the shot. They fired it wide, I believe, or maybe Hayes got a piece of it. It's hard to say, but whatever. Massena clears it out to center ice. And what do they have here?
Offside, I do believe, Jerry. Tommy Master, their big defenseman, snuck down from the right point, and he's really mad with himself because he snuck right down to the top of the circle. They fed him the puck, and he got a good shot away, and Todd Hayes was equal to the task.
They moved the faceoff back in the zone. The only thing I can figure is it came up into the bench before it came out.
Possibly, that might be it, yeah.
So the faceoff moves back in the zone as Jason Guido will take it. And I think that's Chilton out there for Massena now. 53 seconds left in the power play. Face-off right side of Hayes in the Massena zone. Off the draw, the puck sits again in the circle. Here's a backhand. That goes wide, and Hayes may have gotten a piece of that. It's hard to tell from here, as I tried to explain. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Side of the net. They score. I don't know who got it, but Oswego puts one on the board on the power play to make it 3-1.
That was, I'm sure Jason Guido is going to get the goal, Jerry. He was parked right out in front, and the Oswego club did a good job of keeping the puck in the zone. The Raiders thought they were going to clear it, and again, it goes back to that disputed face-off back in their zone. It should have been possibly outside, but the Raiders lost the draw, went in behind the net, went to the corner, and Bobby Whitcup got knocked down, came back to the point. The Laker defenseman dumped it in the corner. I don't know to what, I think it might have been Masters, not sure. We'll wait on the assist, but I know that Guido was parked out in front, and he had a defenseman on him. It came right out to him, and even though that Massena defenseman thought he had him tied up, Jason Guido was able to get the shot off, and he put it, I think, in the short side between Todd Hayes and the post.
Yeah, it's Guido getting the goal. Master gets one assist, and Bashaw the other assist. And it's 3-1 off the faceoff, puck in the Massena zone. Bounces into the corner. They jam for it. Collins trying to tie up Krlovich. Moving it around the boards. It bounces to the blue line. Back to the point. Pollard's shot. And that goes wide and bouncing into the corner. Guido is after it there. He's taken out of the play by Levac. Levac flips it behind. He's going to chase it down himself. Bounces it ahead to the blue line and out to center ice. Here comes Jason Chilton. Bangs it for Whitcup, but it goes by him in the corner. In behind the net now. It pokes free. And it's picked up to Krlovich. Here comes Krlovich leading the attack. Into the Massena zone. Krlovich gets by the Massena D in front. Shot, save, and a huge save by Todd Hayes. Puck in the corner now. Bounces free. Eddie Davis dropping it to Chilton. Or Hayes, or Collins rather. Collins ahead to Whitcup. Bobby steps in the zone, trying to center it. Goes to Chilton. Chilton winds up his shot, knocked down. Bouncing into the corner. Chilton after it there. Around the boards, but not out. Davis keeps it in. Flips it for Chilton. Chilton knocks it down in the circle, but is poked away, and it comes out to center ice. Chilton after it there, trying to come up with it. Knocked away, the bouncing puck, Eddie Davis. Davis drops it back. Here comes Jason Labarge across the red line. He dumps it, and offsides will be the call. Somebody was ahead of the play on the left side.
Jerry, saves are big at any time in the ball game, but Todd Hayes just made one just a second ago off of number 10, Alex Krlovich. That could prove to be the difference in this hockey game. Krlovich just undressed the Raider defenseman, went right between them with a burst of speed, and it was Krlovich and Hayes one-on-one, and Todd Hayes made the save of his young career. What a fantastic save, because the Buccaneers are flying right now. That first goal, they've tasted blood, and boy, they're coming right at Massena.
Jake Morris takes the draw now. Goes to Barkley at his blue line, over to Jason Labarge. Here's Labarge flipping it in the zone. Racing in the corner after is Bergeron. Bergeron pokes it by the defenseman, jams for it. It comes to Cameron. Cameron side of the net has it knocked away. And back the other way comes Pecor. Pecor out to center ice, into the Massena zone. He's going to dump it in the corner. After is Barkley. Barkley gets kind of tied up. Jason Labarge comes in to help out. He gets tied up as well. He flips it in the corner for Chris Cameron. Cameron's head man goes to Jake Morris. Here's Morris busting down the left side. Morris trying to get by a check. He's taken out of the play. Now Barkley is deep in after it. Comes to the blue line. Here's Morris in front. Can't get the shot off, and it bounces free. And back the other way. Here comes Tommy Master across the blue line. He's taken out of the play. Comes to Jason Labarge in the corner. Labarge ridden into the boards. The puck side of the net. Labarge coming out of the pack with it. Flips it over on the other side. Cameron moves it just to the blue line. Bergeron comes back, flips it, doesn't get it out of the zone. Bouncing in the corner again. Bounces high in the air, comes to the blue line. Chris Cameron moves it out to center ice. He's got a player tied up. It's poked free, comes to Jason Labarge. Labarge has it poke checked away. Labarge going in the corner along with Dave Moore. They both go down. The puck kicks free, bouncing in front, but it comes to Bergeron. Bergeron trying to move it ahead to Chris Cameron, and Cameron backhands it, doesn't get it out of the zone. It bounces free to Labarge. Labarge tries to move it. He does get it out to center ice. Here comes Jake Morris. Has it poked away. Back to the Massena line. In the zone, here's Bauer with it. Centers it, and it goes across the goal mouth into the corner. Bounces in behind the net. Jason Labarge trying to come up with it. Has it knocked away by Moore. They jam for it. In behind to the blue line. Kept in. They slide it. Now it's knocked down, and Jake Morris is going to ice it. And the face-off with a 1:27 left in the second period will be back in the Massena zone. The Raiders lead it 3-1 on the Corky's Collision scoreboard.
Raiders very sloppy in their own end on a couple of occasions. They came diagonally right up the slot area, and the weak side Oswego defenseman is reading that. They're stepping right up and picking that pass off. And again, we've talked so many times, when you're tired, when everything is out of sync, just ice the puck. Just dump it out of there. Don't try to come out clean.
Off the face-off, puck bounces into the corner. Trevor Cameron after it, moves it to center ice. Goes by Adam Morris. Back inside the Oswego zone, picked up there by Pollard. Moving it to Krlovich. His backhand pass comes across. They jam for it. And back to the point. Here's a drive from the point. Knocked down and bounces out to center ice. I think that came off Adam Morris. Ouch. Back in the Oswego zone, they clear it to Krlovich. His backhand pass. Into the zone is Bashaw. And offsides will be the call. 59 seconds left, second period. And on the Corky's Collision scoreboard, Raiders lead it 3-1.
The last 4 or 5 minutes of this period, Oswego has taken the flow away from Massena. They're coming right at the Raiders in waves. And the good thing that this period is coming to an end, because the coaching staff's got to adjust that between the second and third period. Oswego definitely has the edge. And you mentioned Adam Morris did take that shot off the ankle, because he's testing it right now, Jerry.
Jason Chilton against Kurlovich. He's a hockey player. He wins the draw, goes deep in the Massena zone. Racing in after it there is Guido. He's taken out of the play. The puck comes up along the boards, but not out. Here's a shot from the point that goes wide in the corner. Pinching in is the defenseman to knock it in behind the net. They jam for it, side of the net. Where is it? In behind. Aldis, good play. He looks, he's got the wing, and he moves it out to center ice. Dump back in the Massena zone, right back out again. Brian Levac. Here's Levac rushing down the left side. He gets tied up. The puck does not get out of the zone to hit the official. 28 seconds. The puck intercepted by Whitcup. Dumps it back in the zone in the corner. Back there to pick it up is Jeff Pollard. Pollard in his own end. Flips it to center ice. Knocked to the Massena blue line. Barkley clears it ahead to Aldis. Aldis trying to move it out of the zone. Goes off Whitcup's skate. The puck comes free in front. And in behind the net it goes. In the Massena zone, side of the net. Bouncing. Picked up there in behind by the Raiders as they start to move it out. 1 second, and they got to be glad that period's over. They did give up a power play goal, but they kept Oswego off the boards with a couple of great saves by Todd Hayes.
Oh, outstanding saves. And as we mentioned, the last 5-6 play a Cinderella club, because they've been ranked up high in the state, but I probably Canton was favored to.
Against, let's see, the winner of Rye and whoever they play. Woodbury O'Neill, I guess it is. Off the faceoff, Jake takes the cross, gets a shot off. It's wide. Bounces in the corner. Chris Cameron backhand shot, hits the side of the net. Puck bouncing in between, and it's picked up and moving it out to center ice. Here comes, I believe that's Guido. He winds up, his shot bounces off a body, comes into the Massena zone, and it's picked up by Jason Labarge. Rounds the boards to Bergeron. Sebastian moves it out to center ice, trying to go to Jake. He gets it to him, but Jake has it poke checked away. Comes back to the Massena line. Hits the official. Now it goes back to Oswego, Tommy Master. Master takes it by the defense. In the zone. He shoots it. The save made. Bouncing puck right in front. Picked up by Chilton. Nice move. Here's Chili moving for Bergeron. Bergeron back to Chilton. His shot. Score! Jason Chilton, and Massena goes up 4-1. What a goal by Chilton. What a feed by Bergeron.
What a save by Todd Hayes down here. He just robbed Tommy Masters right down in front of us. Made the save. Jason Chilton picked up the rebound about 10 feet out in front of him, went coast to coast with Sebastian Bergeron. They got the Lakers in a 2-on-1 situation, and Chilton gave it to Sebastian Bergeron. He drew the defenseman to him, gave it right back to Jason Chilton, and he wristed one from about 35 feet, and again beat Ed Carney to the stick side. Oh, what a big goal, and but what a big save by Todd Hayes.
Oh, boy.
What a save.
We were giving 3-star selections. So far, I see number 1 right below us here.
Tommy Masters came in and used his lineman as a decoy, froze the Raider defenseman down here, but Todd Hayes on the short side made the big save. The rebound came out in front, and Jason Chilton picked it up, and away he and Sebastian Bergeron went. And they played tic-tac-toe with the puck, and just a great shot by Jason Chilton. And that's Chili's, let's see, oh, where is he? That's his 21st goal of the year by Jason Chilton. What a goal. And Sebastian Bergeron, a great assist.
Off the faceoff, Chile wins the draw, flips it right on Carney, and he lost it, went right behind him, but it was wide. Puck side in the net, Whitcup with it. Here's Whitcup trying to center it. Bounces off a body out to center ice. Brian Levac from Massena dumps it back in the zone. Delay offsides, but Massena clears the zone. In behind the net, Jeff Pollard. Massena leads 4-1. They got a trailer at the blue line, but Massena picks it up and steals the pass. Here's Chilton with it. Headman knocked down by Levac. Massena leads 4-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. In the Oswego zone, kept in there at the blue line, Bobby Whitcup doing his ferocious forecheck. Now finally they move it down the ice. It's into the Massena zone by Kurlovich. Hayes pokes it into the corner. Picked up by Whitcup, headman to Eddie Davis. Davis has it knocked away. Comes back with it, backhands it in the Oswego zone. Goes by Carney again as he misplayed it. Puck picked up in behind. Bouncing along the boards. Long headman pass. Adam Morris knocks it away. Here's Morris taking it across, gets knocked down but stays with it. And puck bounces into the corner. In behind the net, Kellison trying to center it. Comes to Morris. Morris can't get a stick on it. And back out comes Oswego. Into the Massena zone. Here comes Vachon, knocked away by Adam Morris. Morris, the headman, Cameron, just deflects it inside Oswego zone. They clear it back to the blue line out to center ice. Aaron Barkley. Barkley moves it ahead to Cameron, knocked off his stick. Bouncing in the slot, Freddie Kellison. Kellison stick handles by, gets a backhander, save made by Ed Carney. Puck wrapped around the boards, bounces side of the net. And finally, it's in behind. Trevor Cameron with it in the corner. Kellison along the boards. He gets tied up, gets knocked down, but stays with it. Puck along the boards, and it bounces up into the Oswego bench, I believe. And the faceoff will be in Oswego zone. 12:21 left, third period. On the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard, Massena 4, Oswego 1.
Boy, if you need something to take the wind out of the sails of the opposition, it's a quick goal. And the Raiders came out here in the third period and got it. 48-second mark. Jason Chilton with Sebastian Bergeron on the assist. And boy, that's got to slow Oswego down just a little bit. And Jerry, we're going to see Oswego try to sneak a man. You called it on 2 occasions in behind the Raider defense. And the Raider defense has to be aware of that. They're going to run that guy out of the weak side, come right down the boards. The puck's going to go to the other side, and they're just going to throw that long pass right up the middle.
Jake Morris to take the faceoff in the Oswego zone. Off the draw, Bergeron. Bergeron takes it in behind the net. Here's Sebastian looking to center. Chris Cameron can't get the puck, and it goes into the corner. Bergeron trying to flip it back to the point, but it goes all the way back in the Massena zone, and it's Todd Collins after it. Here's Collins, loses it side of the net, knocked him down in front, and LaBarge bounces it. We got a roughing call on Massena's Todd Collins.
Well, yeah, Todd's got to get in on top of that puck. He didn't nonchalant it, but he's got to realize that when he gets his stick on that puck, either skate it or run it. And the Oswego player came right in behind him and took it away from him and threw it right out in front. It rolled right across the crease. And in behind the play, Todd gave the Oswego player a shot, and the official right there to pick it up. And the Raiders are going to have to kill a minute and a half here in this third period. We've got 12:01 left in the period. Massena up 4-1. But big opportunity for the Oswego Buccaneers to get back into it right here.
Vachon will take the face-off. Let's see who's Massena got out. They've got Chilton and Whitcup, LaBarge, and take that back. Jake Morris and Whitcup, LaBarge, and Levac. And that's going to be Guido taking the face-off. And what's the problem here?
Now, Oswego left wing was offside on the faceoff. That's pretty tough to do, but he's trying to get an edge down there.
Face-off, top of the circle, right side in the Massena zone. Bouncing puck goes into the corner, left side. Levac moves it, and it bounces up over the glass and into the stands. 1:25 left in the power play, 11:56 in the third period. Massena leads 4-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
And again, a big crowd here at Romney Fieldhouse, and that goal at the 48-second mark kind of, again, took them out of it. But if Oswego gets one here on this power play, they're going to be right back in this game, and this crowd is going to be tearing the roof off.
Now Cameron and Morris out there to try to kill. And this will be Vachon taking the draw. It comes to Levac. He moves it ahead to Jake, has it poked away, but Levac is there, and he bangs it down the ice. Puck goes in behind. Carney went to play that with his stick, and it bounced over his stick. Now the puck comes to Kurlovich. He takes it across. Stick handles in behind the net. Here's Kurlovich. Centers it. Hits the side of the net. Picked up by Levac. Levac gets tied up. The bouncing puck stays with it. And it comes to Jake. And Jake moves it to the blue line. We have a whistle and a slashing call against Oswego. Kurlovich gets the call. And that'll take the pressure off a little bit right there.
Oh, boy, that's got to hurt Oswego. Alex Kurlovich, and he's a blue chipper. He's a Division I prospect, too. Coming up with a penalty here when your club is down by 3 and you're on a power play at 56 seconds left to go, and you take a slashing call. Oh, boy, that really hurts. That's one way, again, to deflate your cause. Bad penalty by Alex Kurlovich, but the Raiders will take that any day of the week.
Off the faceoff, which is out just outside the Massena zone. Nothing. They blow the whistle. Somebody moved, apparently. They'll do it again. Jason Chilton out to take the draw against Siapa. 11:25 left, third period. Massena leading 4-1. 54 seconds left in the Massena penalty, 1:29. in the Oswego penalty. Barkley with it. Looks to headman of Whitcup, goes by him. Back in the Oswego zone. Picked up there by Brendan Lane, that big defenseman you were talking about. He rounds the boards, has it poke checked away, has to come back. Goes over on the other side to Pollard. Pollard trying to move it ahead, back to Lane. Massena trying to forecheck. It bounces to center ice, comes to Barkley at his own blue line. He flips it off the boards, meant for Chilton, knocked away. And back the other way into the zone. Here comes, let's see, that was Bauer. It's knocked off his stick by Whitcup. Bobby trying to drop it. Bauer picks it up, moves it back to the point. Took a funny bounce back out to center ice. That was a Massena bounce, no question. And back it goes to Pollard in his own end for Oswego, the Buccaneers. Pollard bounces it ahead, comes out to center ice. Here's Guido, and he's offsides. He lost the puck in his skates and got turned around right at the blue line, and it caused an offside. And we're down to 3 seconds in the Massena penalty, 38 seconds in Krilovich's penalty. 4-1, Massena leads, 10:34 left in the third period. Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
Jerry, I don't know where these officials are from, and I'm not questioning their ability calling. They've done a good job, but one skates like I do. He spent more time on the ice than the puck tonight, I'll tell you.
Off the faceoff, here comes Adam Morris, pokes it by the defense. He races in there, he gets hooked down, and there's a penalty on Oswego, and there's no question about it. And Morris drew that penalty, and I'll tell you what, the defenseman, I think that was Master, had no choice, or Adam would have been in all by himself.
Exactly, and that's where that speed comes to fore. Adam Morris, he can shift it so quickly. Tommy Masters didn't know what went by him. It was just a blur, and Adam Morris would have been in free all alone on Kearney, and no question that Master had to put the hook on him, but Adam Morris drew that with his great speed.
Massena will have a two-man advantage for 28 seconds.
Two-man advantage again. They don't need another goal, so they're going to put their power play out there. But I'm sure the coaching staff will remind the point men, let's not get four guys trapped down below that dot.
No feeding frenzy, huh?
No feeding frenzy.
Face off right side in the Oswego zone. Off the draw, bouncing puck comes back to the blue line. Moving it, Barkley winds up his shot, save, rebound, another save. Bouncing puck back to the point. Barkley winds up again the shot. That's high. It's knocked down. Comes back to Aldis. He winds up. He fired it wide. Bouncing puck side of the net. Here's Bergeron jamming for it. Has it knocked away. Aldis pinches in. Flips it in the corner. Knocked away. Aldis keeps it in at the point. Here's Aldis. Dropping to Bergeron. His shot. Ooh, goes across the goal mouth. Comes back to Jake. One penalty is up. Now they got to be careful because Krilovich is back out there. Back to the point. Barkley. Barkley flips it in the corner for big Chris Cameron. Cameron steps by the check. Centering pass Morris. He fired it wide. Comes to Bergeron. Knocked away. Comes to Chris Cameron. His shot knocked down. Cameron goes after it. And it's underneath the Oswego player at the blue line. And we'll have a face-off probably out near the blue line.
Just an exceptional job by big number 7 for the Raiders out there. Chris Aldis on that power play. He has really come on like gangbusters during this year for the Raiders. And he reads so well, and he has a good ice presence. He seems to know where everybody is out there. And for a big youngster, and he's over 6 feet, probably 165, 170 pounds, he really moves well.
4-1, Massena leading on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. 9:35 left in the third period. And Massena still with 41 seconds of power play.
Again, that goal we talked about, early goal in the third period, has kind of quieted this crowd.
Off the face-off, puck out by the blue line, poked away, and it slides to the Massena zone. Back to pick it up is Eddie Davis. Davis looks for Whitcup, bounces by him. In the Oswego zone, comes in behind the net. After it there is Neil Pecor. Pecor loses it, but it's picked up by Cronell. Here's Cronell bouncing it to the Massena line. Todd Collins there to pick it up. Here's Collins bouncing it ahead for Davis. Davis trying to get it to, here's a shot from center ice. I was trying to say to Chilton. And Oswego doesn't get it out of the zone. Took a funny bounce off the, now it does come out to center ice. Took that weird bounce off the glass. 4 seconds left in the power play. It goes to Brian Levac. Levac's headman comes into the zone. Here's Chilton chasing it down. Short side shot. Doesn't get off. And the puck comes in the corner to Tommy Master. Master trying to clear the zone, and he manages to move it out to center ice. Bounced away. Comes back to the Oswego zone. They try to move it ahead to the Massena zone and dump it in the corner. After it is Todd Collins for the Raiders. Collins steps it. Ahead to Chili. Chili over skates. still in the Massena zone. Bounces Collins, trying to get it out of there. Now Levac, oh, big check thrown by Levac. Puck picked up by Collins. He moves it ahead to Chilton, just out to center ice. Dump back in the zone, comes to Levac. Levac takes it in behind his own net and starts out. Here's Levac, headman, goes to Davis. Davis across the blue line. Eddie Davis, a shot, bounces into the corner off a body. In behind the net, Whitcup forward checking, almost came up with it, comes back to the blue line. Penalty against Massena.
A cross-check call probably against Bobby Whitcup. You can always tell if you're not sure, look out. The one that has the hangdog look on his face where his chin is down around his knees, you know he's the guilty party. And we couldn't tell initially. We knew it was a penalty coming up against Massena, and we looked out there, and the red shirt that was really hanging his head was number 15. So the Oswego Buccaneers are going to be on a power play.
Jake Morris, Chris Cameron, Barkley, and Jake wins the faceoff, flips it across the blue line, picked up Guido. Here comes Guido, moving it out to center ice. Knocked down by Chris Cameron, and he dumps it down the ice. In behind the net, Kurlovich. Kurlovich, long headman pass on the wing. Here's Master with it. Takes it across. In the zone, Barkley ties him up. Master stays with it. Back to the point. Here's a shot wide. Bounces into the corner. Jake after it there. Flips it to the blue line, doesn't get it out. Bounces right back to Jake. This time he finds the hole and just barely gets it out to center ice. Back across the blue line. No, Kurlovich can't get in on Morris. He has to take it back to his own blue line. Now he flips it ahead. Comes to Master. Master has it taken away by Chris Cameron. Cameron turns it around and dumps it down the ice. And that's going to go right on Carney, and he makes the save. 30 seconds. Offsides, and the faceoff will come back as, who was that coming out of the zone? I think that was Dave Vashaw, and the puck came to him, but he tried his best to get out of the zone but couldn't do it, so the faceoff will move back inside the Oswego zone. 30 seconds left in the power play. 6:59 in the third period. Massena leading 4-1.
The quartet of Chris Cameron, Jake Morris, Aaron Barkley, and Jason LaBarge. Outstanding penalty killing job and really defending the area down in front of Todd Hayes.
Trevor Cameron out there now with Adam Morris to try to kill his Todd Collins. And Morris has it, flips it to the Oswego line. Back this way comes the Lakers, or I should say the Buccaneers, and Brian Levac picks it up. Levac finds the hole and dumps it down the ice with 10 seconds left in the power play. In the zone, Oswego, they started out again. Moving it to the Massena blue line, bounces across into the corner. That'll take care of the penalty. Collins takes the puck, trying to ride it around the board, stolen away. Bounces to Cameron, knocked away, in behind the net. Whitcup has it knocked away, comes to Cameron. Cameron moves it ahead out to center ice. Cameron ahead to Bobby Whitcup. Whitcup takes it across, stops. Here's Whitcup, gets knocked down, goes back to Collins with it first. Collins flips it right in the middle. It comes in front to Adam Morris. His shot goes off a body into the corner. Morris, throws a check. Bouncing puck back to the blue line. Out to center, sprawling poke check by Bobby Whitcup, knocks it away. Trevor Cameron picking it up. Here's Cameron, dumping it in the zone again. 5:50 left, third period, Massena 4, Oswego 1. Puck in the corner, stolen away there. Comes back to the blue line, Chilton flips it deep. In behind is Freddie Kellison. Here's Kellison stepping by the check. Now he gets bodied into the boards, trying to flip it free, stays with it. Goes to Chilton. Chilton circles from behind. Back to Levac, winds up his shot. Knocked down, bounces in front. Where is it? And Carney has it underneath him, apparently. And the faceoff will come inside Oswego territory with 5:26 remaining in the third period. And the Raiders up 4-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard.
Two perfect examples of discipline out there. One by Trevor Cameron. He got railed from behind by Jeff Pollard right in front of the net and just cross-checked. No call on it, but he held his cool. And then just a second ago, Freddie Kellison, who was parked down in front, got cross-checked by Neil Pecor. And again, and under normal circumstances, maybe somebody would have retaliated, but the Raiders didn't. And I'll tell you, Oswego caught a lucky break here, two lucky breaks. They could have had two penalties, and the officials called neither one of them.
Jake Morris's line out now to face off. Off the draw. Puck goes in the corner. Picked up there by Neil Pecor, the defenseman for Oswego. Pecor in behind, has it knocked away by Morris. Now he flips it out to center ice. Aldis waits, bounces it back in the Oswego zone. Picked up by Pecor again. He's going to try the left side this time. Dumps it down the ice. That's got to be an icing call, and it is against the Lakers. The Buccaneers. And with 5:03 left in the third period, the faceoff moves back inside Buccaneer territory.
And you'll see the Raiders change their forechecking stance right now, Jerry. I'm sure with 5:03, they're just going to send one man and keep the weak side wing really high, and they might even keep both wings high. Strong side wing might be medium, but definitely they will keep that weak side wing back to help the defense. They don't need another goal. They don't want another goal. They'll take it if it's given to them, but they just want to protect this 3-goal lead.
Jake Morris will face it off. I think that's Guido taking the draw. No, that's Dave Moore. In the Oswego zone, it bounces to Bergeron. He gets a whack at it, goes high in the air, and the Oswego team shoots it from center ice. Bounces high over the net in the Massena zone. Into the Massena zone, Cameron flips it out to center ice. They dump it back in. Offsides will be the call. That's an intentional offsides in Oswego, and that'll move the faceoff all the way into their end. They had 3 guys beyond the goal line that time.
They just drifted one in from about 65 feet out just prior to that offside, Jerry, and I think Todd Hayes lost it. He put the glove up. He either lost it in the lighting or what, but he didn't have any idea where that was. But fortunately for Massena, it was about 6 feet over the top of the crossbar. Well, maybe not 6 feet, maybe about 4 feet, but Todd lost that one.
4:47 left, third period. Massena up 4-1 on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Face-off left side, Chilton out there to take the draw against Siapa. Back to the point. Here's a shot right on. The save made by Carney, and he leaves it in the corner. Back to the point again. Another whistle. And I don't know what they called.
I'm not sure either, but
another face-off.
There is going to be a face-off down into the left. Joey's indicating there were 2 pucks on the ice. I don't know where that second one came from. That had to come from the stands. I have an old fellow used to coach with me, but in midgets, Jovan Marsh, that was one of his tricks. Jovan used to throw a puck out on the ice occasionally, and they'd be playing with 2 of them. But
Jovan, he used to be a heck of a hockey player, didn't he?
He sure was.
Oh, boy. Face-off inside the Oswego zone again. Chilton will draw. It bounces to Whitcup. He takes a shot. It goes off a leg in the corner. Around the boards. Lakers start to move it out. Intercepted by Chilton. He bounces it to the blue line. Picked up there by Erskine. Here's Erskine. In the Massena zone, they try to get a man free, but it's back toward the blue line. Here's a shot right on. Nice save by Hayes on a turnaround shot from the blue line. Bouncing puck comes in behind, picked up by Barkley. Barkley's headman pass is knocked down. Todd Collins almost threw it away. Puck in the corner. Now Whitcup back trying to come up with it. And it goes back to the point. They dump it back in the corner. Collins with it. Now he skates it around the other side. Rounds it back to the blue line, kept in at the point, bounces into the slot, into the corner again, Massena zone. And a hard check thrown by Collins, picked up by Whitcup, and this time he moves it ahead. Oh, he almost hit the breaking man, but he gets it back again as it was intercepted. Here comes Whitcup with it across the blue line. Drop pass, nice Chili centering pass, Eddie Davis, score! Oh, what a 3-way pass play by the Massena line. And Massena goes up 5-1 with 3:32 left to play in the third period.
And that was a beautiful 3-way passing play. Bobby Whitcup going down the right side, gained the zone, fed back a little drop pass to Jason Chilton in the slot, and then everyone in the rink, including myself, thought that Jason was going to trigger it, but he found Eddie Davis breaking down the left side. He fed him a little backhand pass, and I'll tell you, Eddie Davis ripped that thing upstairs underneath that crossbar. I think he lifted that net an inch off the ice. He really put one upstairs, and no one deserves one any more than Eddie Davis, because he's been a tough luck guy all year, and I'll tell you, he potted that one. He looked Ed Carney right in the eye, and he put that one right up over the left shoulder.
And that gives Massena a 5-1 lead here with 3:32 left in the third period. And is there going to be an... No, I don't know if there's a timeout or not. I'm not sure. No, apparently not.
Well, the Raiders...
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I think there is going to be a timeout. Now, wait a minute. Now the official is coming over with Fred Kellison of the Massena bench. Stanley wants to talk to him about something. Oh, there's some things going on. People are throwing things on the ice. That's what it is.
Okay. All right.
Oh, boy, that's awful. That is just terrible. And, I mean, it can hurt your team as much as the visiting team.
I can't say on the air what I think of people who throw objects on the ice during not only a high school hockey game, but any hockey game. It's just unconscionable that you let your frustrations, go that far.
Massena is going to call a timeout.
They're calling a timeout, a big goal. And, the Lakers throwing the Buccaneers, throwing everything. They're keeping 5 men down inside the zone because they have nothing to lose. And they had the Raiders pinned in their zone here for about 30 or 40 seconds. They didn't get a real good shot, but Massena threw the puck out of the zone, and Bobby Whitcup took it down that right side. It was basically a 3-on-2 situation. Gained the zone. Beautiful drop pass, diagonal drop pass to Jason Chilton. And I thought Chile from the top of the circle on that right side was going to pull the trigger. Now, so did Carney. But, again, he saw Eddie Davis. Eddie went to the net. He put it right on his stick, and he ripped a wrist shot just right up underneath the crossbar. And that's the one the Massena Red Raiders are going to Utica for the Final Four. So, and there's Todd down there, his mom and dad, Todd Collins from Massena.
Todd Kirky.
Todd Kirky, Todd Collins. He's here also.
Yes, he is.
The Collins boy, not Todd, the football player, but Todd Kirky. I know Todd really well. Comes over to the house, but he's here watching the game. A lot of Massena ex-alumni here at this game.
Yeah, we saw Ziggy here. His Cortland team is finished, and Matt Hart, who helped him coach that Cortland team. Off the face-off, puck back in the Massena zone. Jason LaBarge in after it. He takes the puck, moves it ahead. Here's LaBarge, bounces it.
Fans are booing, and it's a bit of poor sportsmanship on the part of number 8, Big Dave Bashaw. He's 6 foot, 170 pounds.
They're going to give LaBarge one, too.
Boy. Well, that just gets the officials off the hook. It's got to be a double then, because Bashaw's got to draw the double. He got the original roughing along the boards. He punched one of the Massena players. The whistle blew, and Bashaw came right around, came right out in front, and he went right between, said something to Todd Hayes, and right between the two defensemen, and he punched Jason LaBarge. I didn't see Jason do anything, but he's going to go to the box also.
Now Chris Cameron, the Massena captain, coming over and saying, hey, what's going on here? Now he's going to come and talk to Jason LaBarge.
No, they didn't punch up a double, so
no, apparently not.
Well, we've got 3:13 left to go in this hockey game. The Massena Red Raiders up 5-1, and we just hope that the last 3:13 has played the way the first 2 2/3 periods have been played. Stick to good, clean hockey. I'm sure Coach Pete Sears is upset with Dave Vash on that little move.
3:13 left on the Bob Post State Farm Insurance scoreboard. Massena leads at 5-1. And Raiders have played well here tonight. They really have.
Well, both clubs played well, Jerry. This Laker club,
they're a good team.
They're a good team.
Boy.
They've good skating club. Raiders got on them early with the 3 goals. And then Oswego coming right back in that second period, took charge of that period. I felt had a good territorial edge, got the only goal. But what really took the wind out of their sails was that quick goal here in the third period, the one coming at the 48-second mark by Jason Chilton with an assist from Sebastian Bergeron.
Yeah, they gave him a major.
Okay, there we go. They're changing back. They did. They're punching up a double minor.
Double minor, okay.
Yeah, well, I wholeheartedly agree with that.
I didn't see that Jason LaBarge retaliated at all, but we may have missed it.
Well, he didn't, but he might have said sweet nothings or something. I don't know, but I think the official in that situation, he had Dave Bashaw for the roughing. Okay, either way you shake it, Oswego's going to be short a man. So so good call by the officials. Bashaw goes for 3 minutes, and Jason LaBarge will get a minute and a half. But again, the Raider coaching staff telling their team, don't worry about scoring another goal. You got a man advantage. Let's play like we're down a man. Good defensive hockey.
I guess they're going to wipe the first 2, and they'll go 5-on-5. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they're going to wipe the first 2.
Triple minor?
Triple minor. Okay, they wiped the first two, and then he'll serve 3 minutes.
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll take that.
Right. Off the face-off. Puck dumped into the Massena zone. Bounces in behind the net. Chris Aldis leaves it for Chris Cameron. And big Chris comes out of the zone with 3 minutes left. Cameron now to center ice. Here comes Cameron across the blue line. Makes the move. Almost got by, but was knocked off his stick by Master. And I can see where he is a prospect. What grade is he?
He's only a sophomore.
He'll be back for 2 more years to do some damage, and he's a good one.
And a big one. He's 6 foot, 190 pounds, and Coach Pete Sears and the people in this area really tout him highly.
Of course, there's a sophomore on the Massena team who's made an impact in this game.
Yes, he has. He's made an impact all year long. And, of course, we tout him quite highly.
Yeah, that's for sure. Adam Morris, so we're talking about. He had a beautiful goal in that Raider first period.
Well, I think, to me, that was the difference in this game. That line of Cameron Kellison and Adam Morris. Oswego could not match up against that line, and it paid big dividends for the Raiders here tonight.
Off the face-off, back to the point. Massena controlling the puck in the Oswego zone. Bounces back to Collins. He winds up. His shot is wide. Bounces back to Levac. Levac sweeps it to Eddie Davis in the corner. Davis side of the net. Whitcup backhander. Knocked down. They shoot, and they score. Chilton gets his second goal on the power play on a beautiful pass from Whitcup, and Massena goes up 6-1.
Raiders gained the zone. They kept it in the zone. Good job by, I think it was Aaron Barkley. I'm not sure. Turn around. No, it was Brian Levac who kept it in on the left side. Went down in the corner, and I think Bobby Whitcup picked it up and found Jason Chilton off the left side. He came out of the behind the net to the right of Kearney, and Jason Chilton was parked on the far side, and Bobby Whitcup saw him over there and put it right on his stick, and Chili just slid it right in the short side, and that makes it 6-1.
We've got some work next weekend, David.
Well, we enjoy the work, so it's not really work for us. We both enjoy doing it, but we'll be busy.
We will be busy. The Raiders will be playing, they'll be playing Rochester Aquinas in the semifinals, and we'll talk about that in our post-game show. Right now, we still have a couple of minutes to go here, 2:25 and counting. Here comes big Trevor Cameron, who's a big part of this Massena win. Moves it back to the blue line, is poked out to center ice. Comes up Morris. Morris flips it back in the zone. Here's Cameron's big shot. Ooh, deflected just wide. Puck bounces in the corner. Oh, Morris goes into the boards. Ouch, but he gets right back up again. He looked like he was going in a little awkward position there. But it's back out to center ice. Here comes Oswego Krlovich in the zone. Krlovich centers it right across the goal mouth, but nobody there to poke it in. That's been the difference, whereas Massena's had that guy to poke it in the net. Oswego hasn't, except the one on the power play. 6-1 Massena. Raiders are headed for Utica. I guess we can safely say that now. Maybe probably could have a little while ago, but here's Kellison flipping ahead to T. Cameron. Cameron just bounces it to center ice. And it's bounced up into the Massena bench. And we'll have a face-off with 1:32 left in the third period.
Again, that number 10, Alex Krlovich, he's got more moves than a belly dancer. He really comes down. And
I like that.
He shows left, he shows right, and he's given the Raider defense fits, and he just had a nice fine rush, and Todd Hayes stayed on the short side and was able to handle the shot. But Alex Krlovich is a real blue chipper on this Oswego club.
Off the face-off, back to the Massena line. It comes to Todd Collins. Collins flips it ahead. That's going to be icing against Massena. That was meant for Chris Cameron on the wing, but it was too far. The face-off moved back in the Massena zone. 25 seconds left in the double minors. Actually, it was a triple minor, but 25 seconds left in what he has to serve, and 1:25 left in the third period.
Jerry, when that final tick goes off, you watch those Raiders in mass come down here and mob number one, because I know those big saves that he had in there were really instrumental in this win here tonight.
And all of a sudden, Stanley looks like a genius, doesn't he, going to Todd Hayes? Here comes Chris Cameron trying to flip it right down the middle, goes to Levac. Brian with it, centers it, knocked away. Back to the blue line and out to center ice. Todd Collins is there to pick it up. Here's Collins in behind the net. And, of course, this makes the selection committee look pretty good, too, doesn't it?
Yes, it
does.
It
gave Massena the at-large bid. Here's Bergeron. Flipping ahead to Jake. Jake has it knocked away. Puck comes into the Massena zone, but Bergeron is there to knock it away. Here comes Bergeron busting down the right wing side. All arms and legs and elbows. And the puck goes in the corner with 45 seconds left. Jake in behind, looks to center. It's going to go back to the point, and Todd Collins can't keep it in. He controls it at the Massena blue line with 36 seconds left. Collins flips it ahead for Jake. Jake stick handles, and he's going to be content, I think, just to dilly-dally with it. Goes to Chris Cameron. Cameron stick handling in the zone with 25 seconds. Cameron takes it back in the Massena zone. Here's Cameron. Look at Todd Hayes talking to him as he goes behind him. Cameron bangs it out. Oh, he just got railed. And that was, let's see here, Brendan Lane, who just got Chris Cameron with a high stick and elbow right to the head. And, oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, Chris is down, number 17.
Right off the ice.
Brandon Lane, cross-check Chris Cameron right in the throat area. Just here, we've got 14 seconds. Chris Cameron had just released the puck, and Brandon Lane coming in and just cross-checked him. The official made the call, but Chris Cameron is still down. That's a concern. And Coach Tim Long and Coach Stan Moore are both. No, Coach Stan Moore isn't over there. I think it's just Tim Long.
Boy, oh boy, that's awful. That is just absolutely awful.
But the players have left him, so that's an indication he's okay. Now he's coming up on, there Freddie Kellison is going to assist him up to his feet. And Todd Collins.
He's up.
Yeah, he's up, but he's a little woozy. He's taken a beating here tonight, I'll tell you. He's been a marked man. The Oswego club knew about his ability, and he certainly was marked here tonight. And that was, I know Coach Pete Sears and the rest of the Oswego team are going to be upset with Brandon Lane. Well, that was just a really bad thing to do here late in a 6-1 hockey game, and he's a big one. We mentioned him, Brandon Lane. He's the one who put the lick on Chris Cameron before, but that was a good clean check that time.
That was not clean. There was nothing clean about it.
No, the first one, though, in the second period. This one was just a cross check. They don't even punch the time up on the board. It's just
that was a major penalty and a game disqualification.
No question.
Here's Tayo's out there now. He takes it out to center ice, goes to Trev Brown. Brown moving it down the line. 7 seconds left. Back out to center ice. Here's Todd Manning with it. He winds up from the blue line. There it is. Massena goes to Utica. A 6-1 victory. And they all come out to congratulate Todd Hayes. What a game he had.
Well, we talked about, you get that second chance. It doesn't happen too often. And a week ago today that the Raiders thought their season was done, but they got that second opportunity, and we felt that they would make the most of it. They came down here right into the Lions' den, right into Oswego's hometown, and they put on a good, disciplined style of hockey. They jumped out early. Got that 3-0 lead, but the Oswego club came back, really took it to them in that second period. But again, the quick goal starting the third period by the Raiders took the wind out of the sails for Oswego, and instrumental in there, Todd Hayes with some big saves when the score was tied, and when the Raiders were even up by a couple. He had some big saves, and he was a pivotal factor in this hockey game.
No question about it. So the Raiders are headed for Utica, and we'll get our draw sheet out here and give you a little indication as we get to the post-game show as to exactly what's going to happen. And there are going to be 3 Section 10 teams in the Final Four, 2 in Division I, and we know of one for sure in Division II. We haven't heard how Canton did against IHC, but that's a pretty good representation. And fortunately, the 2 Section 10 teams will not be playing each other in the first round. Seton will play probably Suffern, and Massena is going to get Rochester Aquinas. It's going to be a tough order for Massena, but hey, the way they played here today, you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly right. And, they dodged the bullet last week, and maybe they feel that they're invincible right now. And Rochester Aquinas rated number 1, but that doesn't mean anything. Massena was rated number 1 for most of the year, too. So I'm sure that it'll be just a dandy hockey game, and I'm looking forward to taking it in.
Once again, the final score, Massena 6, Oswego 1. Stay tuned for the post-game show.